Everyone knows about the trophy and the check, but there are actually 12 more perks that PGA Tour winners get, and some of them will completely change your life. The most obvious perk to winning on the PGA Tour is the trophy itself. Every tournament has its own unique hardware. Some are crystal vases, others are silver cups. The Arnold Palmer Invitational gives you a red cardigan sweater. But here's what most people don't know. That trophy isn't actually yours to keep forever in many cases. Some tournaments require you to return it the following year. Others let you keep a replica while the original stays with the tournament. And a few, like the Players' Championship, give you a keeper trophy that's all yours. But honestly, nobody's playing for the trophy. They're playing for what comes next. And we're about to reveal perks that most fans have never even heard of. If you thought winning just meant a nice payday, you're in for a massive surprise. The life-changing check. Let's start with the money, because the numbers are absolutely insane. In 2025, the average PGA Tour winner takes home around $1.5 million. But that's just average. Win a signature event, you're looking at $3.6 million. Win the Players' Championship, that's $4.5 million for 1 week of work. But here's where it gets really interesting. That money is just the beginning. When Scottie Scheffler won the Players in 2023, he pocketed $4.5 million. But within 6 months, his off-course earnings exploded. New endorsement deals, appearance fees that jumped from $100,000 to $500,000 per event, equipment bonuses that kicked in. One win didn't just earn him $4.5 million. It probably earned him an extra $5 million over the next year from opportunities that came because of that win. The worst first-place check on the PGA Tour, about $1.26 million at some of the smaller events. Think about that. The worst winner's check is still more than most Americans will make in 20 years, and you earned it in 4 days. Second place typically pays 60% of first. Third pays about 38%. So even if you don't win, finishing in the top 3 can set you up for the year. But the real value isn't just in that week's check. It's in what that win unlocks next. 2 years of job security. This is the perk that changes everything. Win once on the PGA Tour and you get a 2-year exemption. That means you're fully exempt to play in every tournament you want for 2 full seasons. No worrying about your card. No sweating your FedEx Cup points ranking. No looking over your shoulder wondering if you'll have a job next year. To understand how massive this is, you need to know what life is like without it. For the guys fighting to keep their cards, it's constant stress. You need to finish in the top 100 of the FedEx Cup standings to keep full status. Miss that? You're playing conditional status, meaning you only get into tournaments if there's space after the fully exempt players. And if you fall off completely, you're heading back to the Korn Ferry Tour making a fraction of the money. Max Homa described it perfectly. Before he won in 2019, he was ranked 417 in the world, had lost his card, and was playing on sponsor exemptions. Every week felt like my last chance, he said. Then he won the Wells Fargo Championship. Instantly, he had 2 years of security. He could breathe, he could plan, he could take risks knowing he wasn't playing for his survival every single week. Since that win, he's added 5 more victories and made over $30 million. The 2-year exemption also means you can afford to skip tournaments without panicking. Feeling tired? Take a week off. Want to prep for a major? Skip 2 events and practice. When you're fighting for your card, you can't afford to miss a single week. If you are loving this video, please click the subscribe button and help us reach 5,000 subscribers by month's end. Done? Let's continue. Automatic entry to every big event. When you win on the PGA Tour, you unlock access to golf's most exclusive tournaments. And we're not talking about just any events. We're talking about the ones where the real money and prestige live. First, you get into the Century Tournament of Champions in Maui. That's the winners-only event that kicks off every season. Limited field, no cut, everyone makes money. In 2025, last place still earned $158,000 for 4 days of golf in paradise. But more importantly, you're playing against only winners. The energy is different. The confidence is different. You've earned your seat at that table. You also get a 3-year exemption to the Players' Championship. That's basically a 5th major. In 2025, it paid $4.5 million to the winner and $24 million total. Getting into that event without an exemption is brutal. You need to be in the top 50 of the FedEx Cup standings or the top 50 in the world rankings. But win any PGA Tour event, you're in for the next 3 years, no questions asked. Here's the kicker. Win late in a season, and you also get invitations to the playoffs, even if your points total wouldn't normally qualify you. The system is designed to reward winners. So one victory can punch your ticket to the FedEx Cup playoffs, where $75 million is on the line. And then there's something most fans don't know about. Certain tournaments have special invitation lists. The Arnold Palmer Invitational, the Memorial Tournament, the Genesis Invitational. These events honor legends of the game, and they prioritize winners. Some even give you a 5-year exemption just for winning their event once. That kind of access compounds over your career. The Major Championship Fast Pass. This might be the most valuable perk of all, but it doesn't work how you think. Win on the PGA Tour, and you don't automatically get into all 4 majors, but you do get fast-tracked in ways that make qualifying dramatically easier. Win a PGA Tour event, and you earn serious world ranking points, enough to likely put you in the top 50 or top 60 in the world. And here's why that matters. The Masters takes the top 50 in the world. The US Open takes the top 60. The Open Championship takes the top 50. The PGA Championship takes the top 100. So while your win doesn't give you a written exemption to all 4 majors, it practically does. You jump up the rankings high enough that you're almost guaranteed to qualify. And once you're in those majors, you're competing for the biggest prizes in golf and earning exemptions that can last 5 years. There's more. Win a PGA Tour event, and if you're not already in that year's majors, tournament organizers notice. You become a priority for special invitations if spots open up. You're not just another name, you're a winner. That carries weight. 500 FedEx Cup points minimum. Every PGA Tour win comes with a minimum of 500 FedEx Cup points. That might not sound sexy, but it's a game changer. The FedEx Cup playoffs only take the top 70 players. Win once, and you've basically locked in your playoff spot no matter what else happens. But it gets better. Win a signature event, and you're earning 700 points. That's enough to nearly guarantee you're inside the top 50, which means you make it to the BMW Championship. And if you're in the BMW, you've got a shot at the Tour Championship where the winner takes home $25 million. Let's put this in perspective. In 2024, the 70th player in the FedEx Cup standings had about 940 points. Win twice during the regular season with 2 500-point events, and you've got 1,000 points. You're not just in the playoffs, you're comfortably in. You can play more freely, take more chances, maybe even skip a tournament without sweating your status. And here's the bonus. Every single point you earn makes you more money at the end of the year through the Comcast Business Tour Top 10 Bonus Pool. The more points, the bigger your season-ending check. Win enough, and you could pocket an extra $1 million just from the bonus programs. World Golf ranking points mean everything. When you win on the PGA Tour, you get serious world ranking points. And those points don't just look nice on a resume. They determine whether you get invited to play in the biggest events around the world. Win a regular PGA Tour event, and you get somewhere between 24 and 40 points depending on field strength. Win a signature event, and that number jumps higher. Those points boost you up the rankings, and suddenly doors start opening everywhere. Top 50 in the world, you're invited to the WGC events and probably getting appearance fees from tournaments in Europe and Asia. Top 30, you're a lock for huge international events with guaranteed 7-figure paydays. Top 15, You're now a global star with invitations flooding in from every continent. Ricky Fowler said it best when describing his win at the Memorial in 2015. Before that win, I was ranked 50th in the world. I had to qualify for everything. After, I jumped to 13th. Suddenly, I was getting invited to events I'd never been able to play. The World Golf Championships. Special tournaments in Abu Dhabi and Dubai with $2 million appearance fees. One win didn't just change my year, it changed my career trajectory. The ranking points also matter for the Ryder Cup and President's Cup. Team USA captains look at world rankings when making their picks. Be inside the top 20, and you're in the conversation. Win on tour, jump into that range, and you might be playing for your country in front of 50,000 screaming fans. Your sponsor value explodes. This is the perk nobody talks about but changes your financial life forever. Win on the PGA Tour, and your value to sponsors multiplies overnight. We're talking about millions of dollars in new deals and bonuses you never had access to before. Most tour players have equipment deals, apparel deals, and maybe a local car dealership. Those contracts might pay $200,000 to $500,000 per year total. Nice money, but nothing life-changing. Then you win. Suddenly, your agents are fielding calls from major brands. Your existing sponsors are triggering win bonuses that weren't even guaranteed before. Here's a real example. When Tony Finau won his first PGA Tour event in 2016 at the Puerto Rico Open, his world ranking jumped from 199 to 104. Within a year, he'd signed new deals with Ping, Nike, and others worth an estimated $2 million annually. When he finally broke through with a big win at the 2021 Northern Trust, his endorsement portfolio jumped to an estimated $5 million per year. One win at a signature event changed everything. And it's not just about new deals, it's about existing bonuses. Most equipment contracts have clauses that pay you extra for wins. Titleist might give you $50,000 for winning with their ball. TaylorMade might pay $100,000 for winning with their driver. Those bonuses can add up to an extra $200,000 to $500,000 on top of your winner's check. The appearance fee market also opens up. Win on tour, and international tournaments will pay you $100,000 to $500,000 just to show up and play. One win can lead to 3 or 4 of those invitations per year. That's $1 million in guaranteed money just for being there.
If you are loving this video, click the hype button on your mobile screen and help us reach out to more golf fans.
Access to the best courses in America. Here's a perk that's harder to quantify but incredibly valuable. Win on the PGA Tour, and suddenly you have access to the most exclusive golf courses in America. We're talking about clubs that don't just require millions of dollars to join. They require connections. But when you're a tour winner, those doors open. Augusta National has been known to extend invitations to tour winners to come play outside of Masters Week. Pine Valley, rated the #1 course in America, regularly hosts tour winners. Cypress Point, Seminole, Shinnecock Hills. These temples of golf that 99.9% of golfers will never see, you're now in the 0.1%. Graham McDowell said that after winning the US Open in 2010, he received invitations to at least a dozen ultra-private clubs he'd only heard about in whispers. Suddenly, I'm playing Friar's Head and National Golf Links with members who've been waiting decades to get in. It wasn't just about playing great courses. It was about the network, the relationships, meeting people who become lifelong friends and business partners. And it's not just about playing. Many tour winners are offered memberships at reduced rates or even complimentary. Own a home in South Florida? You might get invited to join Seminole. Live in Philadelphia? Marion might come calling. These memberships can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, but more importantly, they give you access to a world that most people never experience. Lifetime PGA Tour membership benefits. Win on the PGA Tour, and you become a lifetime member of the PGA Tour. That might sound ceremonial, but it comes with real benefits that last forever. Even after you're done competing, you're still part of the family. First, you get access to all tour facilities for life. That means you can practice at any PGA Tour event, even if you're not competing. Want to hit balls at TPC Sawgrass the week of the players? Go ahead. Want to use the fitness trailer at the Genesis Invitational? It's yours. Most retired players don't take advantage of this, but the access is there. You also get voting rights on tour policy. The PGA Tour is a membership organization, and winners have a voice in how the tour is run. You help decide things like tournament formats, points distributions, and schedule changes. It might not sound glamorous, but when the tour negotiates billion-dollar TV deals, having a say matters. And here's the coolest part. Once you turn 50, you get special consideration for the Champions Tour. Win multiple times on the PGA Tour, and you're essentially guaranteed spots in Champions Tour events when you're ready. That's another 15 years of professional golf with purses that regularly top $2 million and winners earning $300,000 to $400,000. Davis. Love. The third put it perfectly. When I won my first tour event in 1987, I didn't realize I was joining a brotherhood that would take care of me for the rest of my life. I'm 60 years old now, still playing Champions Tour events, still making great money, and it all started with that first win. PGA Tour player, dining and hotels. This perk sounds boring until you do the math. When you're a PGA Tour winner, you get access to upgraded dining at every tournament. Most players eat at the player dining area. It's fine, free food, but winners get access to the clubhouse dining rooms where the members and VIPs eat. Better food, better atmosphere, and most importantly, you're building relationships with the people who run these tournaments. But the real benefit is the hotels. PGA Tour winners get preferred hotel bookings at tournament rates. The tour negotiates blocks of rooms at luxury hotels near every event. As a winner, you're at the front of the line for those rooms, and the rates are incredible. A hotel that might charge $800 per night to the public, you're paying $150 through the tour. Over the course of a season, that adds up. Play 25 events, stay 4 nights at each. That's 100 nights. Save $500 per night on average. That's $50,000 in savings just on hotels, not to mention the convenience of not having to book anything yourself. The tour handles it all. And when you bring family, your wife and kids get access to the family room at tournaments, free childcare, free meals, activities for the kids while you're practicing. It might not seem like a massive perk, but when you're traveling 30 weeks a year, having that support system makes all the difference. The ultimate perk, Champions Locker. This is the one that brings a lot of players to tears, and most fans have never heard about it. When you win on the PGA Tour, you get a special locker at certain tournament venues. But we're not talking about just any locker. We're talking about a permanent locker with your name on it that stays there forever. TPC Sawgrass, home of the Players' Championship, has a Champions Locker room. Win the Players once, and you get a locker there for life. Your name goes on a brass plate. Inside, the club stores anything you want to leave there. Shoes, clothes, equipment. Some guys leave a bottle of their favorite whiskey. It becomes your home away from home. But the most emotional one is at Colonial Country Club, home of the Charles Schwab Challenge in Fort Worth. That tournament has been running since 1946, and the Champions Locker Room is legendary. Ben Hogan's locker is still there. So is Byron Nelson's. When you win, you're not just getting a locker. You're joining a fraternity of legends. Zach Johnson won Colonial in 2012 and described walking into the Champions Locker Room for the first time after his win. I looked around and saw nameplates for Hogan, Nelson, Nicklaus, Watson. And then I saw mine, Zach Johnson. I broke down crying. My caddy had to give me a minute. You spend your whole life dreaming about being mentioned in the same sentence as those guys, and suddenly your name is literally next to theirs. The locker isn't just symbolic, it's a place where you can escape during tournament week. somewhere quiet, somewhere that reminds you that you belong among the best. And after you retire, you can still come back, open that locker, and remember the week you became a champion. From the life-changing check to the locker with your name next to the legends, winning on the PGA Tour transforms everything. It's not just about the trophy. It's about the doors that open, the opportunities that flood in, and the respect you've earned from the best players in the world. One win can change your life forever. If you enjoyed this video, check out our next video here. YouTube thinks you will like to watch this. Let's see if it's true.